That's camera talk. Wait till everybody get in here. Gather around and everything and all that shit. You know what I mean? I'm trying not to curse. Because I see cursing when I curse during my lives. If it's not towards the end, it affects the views. We don't want that, so we're going to refrain from cursing for a little bit. Hope everybody's doing all right. I hope everybody's doing well. I'm really about to go back to using the app with this because it's crazy. But let me jump into this. I just got off. What prompted me to do this live was two things. I was going to do it anyway. I was just going to talk about Joe Budden. But I ended up jumping on my ex-boss, but still boss, Bad Boy Entertainment and his own company, Power Moves. And in my opinion, real underrated and the next big thing, Power Moves Makers. You know what I'm saying? The series, which will continue shortly. I'm sure. Well, while I was on that broadcast and I checked in, you know what I'm saying? Prez shouted me out, gave my MO and all that, authenticated me. Bad Boy alumni, and I appreciate that. But I don't appreciate that because he said that. I appreciate the fact he said this. He said, that's my little brother. I love you, big guy. I really do. I'll see you soon. A lot of people don't know when they talk about working and all this shit, I was working. But I don't work the way that everybody else works because I spent the past 17 years helping sell records. So, except for maybe a few instances in my life, I've always ran my own business or I worked for record companies or both at the same time. And when Shawn Prez shouts you out, as y'all see in that picture in the thumbnail with Khaled, and I know y'all feel y'all way about Khaled, I understand, but I want you to understand that was at his event. That wasn't at a show. That was a Prez's event. Khaled came to Prez's event. And Khaled was quite big at the time. I've been now to those DJ events. I didn't get to go to the DJ awards. It's the only regret I got. But I'm sure that'll upstart and uptick and start again too as well, as I predict. I like working with Shawn Prez because Prez knows who I am from a kid to now an adult man. I keep telling y'all, we were kids when we got with them. You know, when we got with Bad Boy Entertainment, we were literally kids. So that means Big Gene Dill, all of them had to be like it. Gene probably was in his 40s or something like that, maybe. You know what I'm saying? Maybe going late 30s, early 40s, mid 30s maybe. But they were definitely older than us. You know what I'm saying? Gene got at least, I don't know, a couple years on me. At the time, put it this way, when I was 10 years old, he was probably like 23. You know what I'm saying? Something like that. You know what I mean? But and I ain't trying to age Gene or nothing like that. Gene, you ain't no old Jew. You see this or whatever. But the memories I got with Prez responsible for me going around the country. You know what I'm saying? At an early age, I've been everywhere. A couple times over. Got friends in those cities because of those trips. You know what I'm saying? It was friends that were asking me to come down to Miami. So it's amazing to me how sometimes we look back and look now, and I see the difference. Prez said some real shit on there tonight, and I had to pay attention. And he brought up a story about a friend of his he had. And he hadn't seen him in a while. When he ran up to him, it was in the streets. He said when he ran into him, he was kind of grayish and pudgy, and you know, some of the fellas get. They don't take care of themselves or work out or whatever. And he was talking about that. And he said upon meeting the man, last time he had seen him was when his girl was up in the apartment. You know, G and herself off, and she was supposed to be the girlfriend, you know. Things like that happen sometimes. He alluded to the story to put this point that, you know, for me, the way I articulated it, was that, yo, you know what I mean? Homie, you still looking at the past, you know what I mean? I'm, in fact, moving forward. Earlier today, if many of y'all went on there, y'all saw a clip on there that y'all wasn't supposed to see. Son of a bitch! But I was just testing something before I filmed it. So I was trying, you know, if you really want to know, I'll probably go through like 8 or 9 shots from different angles to figure out what I want. You know what I'm saying? What fits best or whatever. Then finalize it and do what I'm gonna do, edit, chop, whatever. I've been doing this for a very long time, editing shit. I was editing film when film wasn't popular to edit. You know what I'm saying? What's going on now? Hey, Divalicious. Hey, Annette. Hey, Patrice. So yeah, you know, that felt real good or whatever. That felt real good. And I wanted to say, Prez, thank you, man. I appreciate that. That's the second time you mentioned me on there. And the rest of us too, Rome and everybody else, whatever, you know. But moving on to Joe Budden. Because that's personal shit right there. And I love that man. I want anybody to ever feel the need to come up and bring his name up in a negative way. Because as far as Bad Boy Entertainment or any extension of Bad Boy Entertainment after such, if y'all don't know Shawn Prez, I will say this: look him up. You understand he isn't and still isn't no lightweight. The biggest of the big. I don't care how big of an artist you are, from Jay-Z to Khaled, as you see, Snoop Dogg, everybody else. They pay homage to Shawn Prez. Please believe that. Radio interviews can be found. I'll share some of them too in the community section, but they can be found on Power 105. They interviewed him, I believe, 3 times. You understand what I'm saying? You can also put in Revolt TV, and he was on Drink Champs as well with the big dogs. He was sitting right next to Jadakiss, even Jadakiss. Prez, you know what I mean? Like, he kind of a big deal. That's all I'm gonna say. I ain't work for no lightweight motherfuckers. Even when I was in the streets, which I was working for motherfuckers, I was working with some gangsters. I didn't know at the time, but real gangsters. You know what I'm saying? Not that fake, you know what I'm saying, synthetic shit that niggas be selling you on these records. Nah, real gangsters. That's why when I always talk about that gangster shit, it's authentic. Niggas that bigger than me. A nigga told me one time, my nigga June Boogie, he told me, he said, yo, we all used to stay in June Boogie house. I can tell the story now. You know what I'm saying? We used to all stay in June house. It's probably like 8 of us. We were in the attic, we were downstairs, we was on sofas, everything or whatever. This was a trap before they called it the trap. You know what I mean? And it wasn't the trap that we trapped out of. It was the trap that we just, central location. You know what I mean? Chop up, bag them sometimes, whatever we had to do. You know what I mean? And get it out to the streets. That's what we was doing. I did time for it twice. I ain't proud of it. It's nothing to brag about, but it did happen. I'll tell you guys this, man. That man is one of the best, man, not only in that business field, but also just entirely as a person and a human being to me. And so I've never got on here, as y'all notice, and try to bash him. I've always uplifted him when I speak about him. You know what I'm saying? That's one of the few sincere black men, all in that spectrum of black men and Latin men in the music industry that's, in my opinion, authentic. You know, no malice is intensive. I went over there and told him tonight, I said, that's what I like right there, because he was talking like the old Prez. He's like, look, y'all get down to Miami, I don't want y'all messing around. We ain't chasing no girls. Girls chasing y'all may catch up with them when y'all can. You know, he used to keep it real for us. But, and still do. So shout out to Shawn Prez, man. Look him up, like I said, if you haven't, I'll share the Power 105 interviews. And just look him up yourself, enter in Shawn Prez Power 105, it'll come right up. You know what I'm saying? It'll be 2 or 3 different interviews. I think it's 3 though. Now, Joe Budden, speaking of interviews. Joe Budden has had and I'm piggybacking this off of Star. Shout out to the Star Report, but I seen the article, but I just hadn't seen the video. When it got up and I went to go look for the video, I said, damn, Star talking about it. All right, so I know I'm on the right path here. So I had to talk about this because what it includes, which is sexual harassment. Now, this particular girl, I know who she is. I don't know her personally, but I know who she is. The other girl that chimed in, that used to be on Revolt TV, which I'm not going to say her name either, but Scotty Beam. You know, let me tell you about Olivia Dope, right? I've heard her name put in a lot of different shit. And I was around one of my mans, and I'm pretty sure, well, I'm not going to say his name. I'm going to say Terry and them's crew, because that's who he related to, Terry and them's crew. So with that being said, you know it ain't no Chuck when I say this, all right? If you hear this, Olivia Dope. So niggas was trying to promote her, and I don't know if y'all know how they promote these girls, but I do, but I just don't go in depth with it as much as I possibly could. But a lot of these girls, they get their promo from causing confusion. And the source of that is Mona Scott Young from Love and Hip Hop. Mona Scott Young has allowed young girls, hey, what's going on, y'all? Would you ever consider getting back in the industry? I'm going to answer that in 1 second, so make sure you stay right here. One of the funny things about Mona Scott Young was she gave birth to what you call drama TV. And many of y'all may recognize that as being such, and many of y'all may not. But she did. And what she did was, she made all these girls think, in order to be fucking popular, and they now implemented it on the white shows as well. So let's not just say it's the black shows or whatever. They implemented it with the Spanish girls, the black girls first. And then secondly, they implemented it with with the white girls and specifically Italians. You know what I'm saying? R.I.P. You know what I'm saying? Big Ange. Wives. I like Big Ange. I wanted to hang out with Big Ange. I would have put Big Ange in one of my videos. Big Ange was one of the last real gangsters. You know what I'm saying? R.I.P. to Big Ange. This drama that unfolded on TV is now the antithesis for girls, young girls now to follow. So most of these young girls nowadays, hey, what's going on? Most of these young girls nowadays is following that path or whatever. So when they were trying to sell Olivia Dope, I already saw the Chuck coming in there. Because, I mean, yeah, you cute and everything like that. But your personality, I mean, I could find that any fucking way. You know, a lot of these girls are beautiful, but their personality is lackluster than a motherfucker. Let me show you guys something beautiful here. Turn this camera around. You see all the ducks and mallards in there? That's what I was trying to tell you guys about. I'll set that shit on there for a minute. So Olivia Dope was bound to get into some controversy, and the controversy is time appropriate. Because what she's talking about, from what I gathered, happened some 90 days and maybe something more than that. How come you ain't talk about that then? You know what I'm saying? No. You trying to pick up some traction, and you know Joe, a lot of y'all don't know this because y'all know Joe Budden now, but Joe Budden's had some controversial moments. I mean, he got smacked or punched or something like that from Raekwon, the chef. You know what I mean? from Wu-Tang Clan. And then he subsequently had a couple other little things happen to him too. So I remember he was on one of the shows, and I think it was Love and Hip Hop. And I think it was probably season 4-ish, 5-ish, something like that he was on. Maybe a little bit higher. He had choked out a girl at the time, Latina girl he was dating. Punched her or something. He got into it with her 2 or 3 times. He used to be a real hot wire. You know what I mean? And I think that's why he stopped rapping too, because the rap, you gotta be energetic for the rap. You know what I mean? So don't get it confused. Like, you know, Joe Budden, he a Jersey dude. You know what I'm saying? They'll fight you. Don't get me wrong. Except for that time, I don't know who it was, cast from Drake that went to Drake's crew or something like that went to his house. That was hilarious. He was chasing them down the block, and they were chasing him, something like that. I would have ran too if it was 2 of them. I'd be like, shit. I wasn't expecting this either. Let me regroup. Let me rehearse. You know what I mean? Joe Budden, man, is in quite of a little pickle right now. And just like Star said from the Star Report, it's a blowover. He know media just like I do. There's not going to be any real accusations here. Time ago, I couldn't pay me to watch it now. Exactly. Now, my brother, I want to answer his question too. He asked me in One Music if I was ever going to get back into the music industry. Absolutely fucking yes. Absolutely fucking yes. Because I have a plan that might sound crazy right now, but I think I'm the only one, except for a couple of white men that have had it probably for decades now, how to control the whole entire black music catalog, and not only that, but control what funnels out of it in a good way. The other ones are doing it in an insidious way, and that's what's held captive to this motherfucking tone and this music that you got out now. But there's a whole bunch of people. You have so much. Thank you. There's so many people that wanted that change probably 10, 15 years ago and couldn't have it implemented pure simply because the powers that be won't allow that. They go by demographics, so it's always dependent on you. And I think, the crowd's learning that it's dependent on them has been a blessing and a curse at the same time. I'll tell you what I mean by that. It's been a blessing in one end because the internet has availed and allowed people to be like, okay, they're listening to our voice now. This is who I like. You know what I mean? And I can understand that and I can respect that. Then you have another crowd of people, right, which use the internet to manipulate not only their numbers, but in a lot of cases, the crowds. And they don't use this newfound freedom to, circumnavigate good music. Nah, what they do is they circumnavigate and share amongst each other, because the streaming service only goes so far. Why the fuck am I gonna pay $2.99 a month or whatever what you want a month, because it's denouncing the value as it is. But how am I going to deduce, excuse me, how am I gonna see, this is what happened with Tidal. I think Jay sold that quickly because one, it had gained its value or gained its profit. You don't want to sit with an asset like that for a long time, because I don't think perhaps he really wanted to overhaul, you know what I mean, any longer. So I would have sold it too. But not only that, streaming services are so many, and I mentioned this the other day that, retaining the catalog and the licenses for these songs between individuals trying to divide the pie is falling in between nowadays. I want to change that. There's a surefire way to make people buy music again. And I know what it is, and I'm not going to say it on here. But with the guy I just mentioned before this, Shawn Prez, I learned it by watching him. And that was one thing that he missed. But he's still young enough to still do it. That's the beautiful thing about it. You know what I mean? That's the fucking beautiful thing about it. You're only going to see a lot of people in the future here basically give away the music for a brief amount of time. And that's when the industry will start realizing that the demographic has changed. People are not listening to the same shit they used to listen to before. That's why J. Cole is flourishing right now, with his new release. They're calling him, Kendrick, Drake, GOATs. Of this generation, respectfully. The music industry, and I've been in it, I've recorded in it, I put out videos amongst it, all that shit. So, I'm authentic as it fucking gets. And if my ex-boss from Bad Boy Entertainment, that has had so much accolade that all the hottest artists that you want to listen to love him and talk about him and mention him, then that should give you motherfucking proof enough that I am who I say I am. Some of the biggest people in the music industry, you don't see them as much as you want to see them. A lot of people get shelved. A lot of people don't ever come out. A lot of things happen. But I'll tell you this fucking much, right? See, I said I wasn't going to curse. What? I was doing good, right? I'll tell you this much. Joe Budden's troubles, I don't think are going to exactly sit too long. I think Joe Budden will be fun. I know I went on that diatribe about that right there, but I think I needed to add that so you understand where I was coming from. Because sometimes I speak plainly to you guys as if y'all were in the music industry before and y'all listening to me. You understand what I'm saying? Like we talking as colleagues or something. That ain't the case of the conversation. So 8 of us watching his. Hey, you know what I mean? So many platforms to stream music, even YouTube, Factory. I used to rock with Tidal when it was Jay, but when it went back to Apple, he left. I need your consultation, how to get a contract. How do I get in contact with you? Yeah, easily. Only thing you have to do is go to put in FOR. I'll give you a second to get ready. If you're still listening, N1 Music. FORMERBBE at yahoo.com. I'll make it real simple. So it's former BBE at yahoo.com. You can check me out right there. Send me an email. If you don't get it, just write a comment in this video and I'll reply to it. And I'll put it right there momentarily anyway, because there'll be some wackos. Which my homegirl, Coco Budden, I think it was her, she pointed it out today. She said, why are there so many bots and trolls on your page? I said, because I'm close to 1 million views. That's what happened. You know? I think it's 9,000 off or something like that, a little bit under from 1 million views. And that's why I get my little thing from YouTube. So thank y'all for that. Like I told them before, I don't give a fuck who comes. I said one cuss word. All right, don't say no more. I don't care about all the followers, and that's why I was trying to explain to you guys what the new way the demographics are going to be rationalized off here from YouTube and music agencies soon. I don't care about who comes back repeatedly. What I care about, I don't care about who's subscribed. I'm worried about who comes back repeatedly. You know, the repeated traffic is the angle I'm at. Anything else other than that, I'm not really concerned. I really don't care. You know, that's why when somebody comes in frivolously and they haven't been at the channel, I recognize names who's been on my channel since day one. You know what I mean? Which was 6 months ago. So please realize I accumulated 1 million, almost close to 1 million views in 6 months. Why? Because I'm authentic and I'm telling the fucking truth and I actually live what I'm talking about. I'm not talking about some street shit that everybody gets on here talking about, yo, and all that dumb shit, or who's screwing who this week. You know, with the exception of this Joe Budden story, and the only reason I'm telling this is because it's a sexual epithet to it, you know what I mean? And I don't like when people use that, because there's real women out here that have been attacked, abused, raped. I know a few of them. You know what I'm saying? Homegirls of mine. This shit has happened to them in their past. They broke down and told me. You know what I'm saying? So I don't like when somebody is seen to me and it seemed obvious to everybody else because of timing, and to particularly get like some traction on your social media or towards your vibe, the bigger your star. I think that's Chuck. You know what I mean? I think that's Chuck. That's why I said I'm hoping that New York open back up and they take everything out of Hollywood. But that's not gonna happen. All your favorite hip hop outlets now are in Hollywood. They ain't been in New York for the past, 10 years. Maybe longer. I'm gonna say from my accord, I say 10 years. All the big companies. That's why I shared that thing today with you guys about AT&T and their acquisition and merging with, I believe it was, God, I have to look it up again. I forgot, it was so quick, but it was the same thing that happened when I was trying to get a job at Revolt TV. The same thing happened, and I told you guys, and I went in front, and the video was on me in front of the building telling y'all guys the same story. AT&T took acquisition of that portion of Time Warner. And as a result, what happened was Time Warner, which was the distributor for Revolt TV, you understand what I'm saying? Meaning their satellites and everything like that, that ceased to exist. Even the building they were in, which was 1440 Broadway, and I know this because I used to stand in front of the motherfucker every morning. And I'll show y'all picture after picture after, because every day I used to do a picture or I'll put a post that I was in front of that motherfucker and tag them in it. Hey, what's going on, Star Pepper? I'm sorry, I missed it. It's former, yep, she got that right, B, like I said, A, B, 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 E as in everyone, at yahoo.com. I tried to keep it as simple as I could, but they make you use a certain amount of characters and shit. The motherfucker. You get YouTube plaque when you get 100,000 subs, but none for 1 million views. We're going to celebrate here. I thought the motherfucker said I got something for 1 million views. I believe it is something for 1 million views too, but I have to look it up again. But I was pretty sure it was something for 1 million views. I get this little thing for that too. You know what I mean? But I'll look it up and see. But I'm pretty sure it is because I've heard a couple of YouTubers now say, yeah, I reached 1 million views. 100,000 subscribers really ain't that much anyway. You know what I mean? Like in the scope of 1 million. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know. I think it's the other way around. But we'll see. We'll check it out. Dime Chicken, the building, Star Pepper, Cocoa Butter Barbie. Cocoa Butter Barbie, was it you that was talking about all them bots on my page today? I thought it was you. Let me know in the chat if it was you. I could have swore it was you. But yeah, man, I mean, like, with all the clout chasing that's going on, all the acquisitions taking place, especially today, you saw a major change, and I believe it was with WB, Warner Brothers. That's why I took a second to think. And I'll tell you like this, honestly and truthfully, you're going to see something go on with this merger because now it's changing the direction of not only movie releases, but it's also going to change the direction of the business per se itself. AT&T is a telecommunications company first and foremost, before they were anything else. Then they got out of telecommunications and into mass media. And now they're acquiring a little bit of everything. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if some of y'all know this, but basically a cable company, which is Comcast, owns NBC. Well, AT&T, before they started acquiring any type of media, they were a motherfucking cable provider. So, you know, it stands to witness, and you see now the energy, the way they not only can exploit what they're doing, but they can actually garner all this in control via acquisitions. And that's what I'll keep trying to tell you guys. Acquisitions of companies are the futures. Even if you have like what I do, like fraction share, day trading, even with that, you can still, I swear to God to you, still come out on top if you bet money into these companies. So what I would tell you right now is I'm already with them previously or whatever. I'd already bought an AT&T, buy more AT&T stock. And no matter how fucking low it goes, don't sell it. Especially don't sell it and get mad if you ain't made your money back. If you made your money back, there's nothing lost. That's all you gotta remember when you're dealing with stocks. If you made your money back and don't sell it. Motherfucker saw that, what's her name? No, it wasn't me today, but I noticed that too. Yeah, see? She said she's noticed it too. Yeah, and then there's 8 people that come on my page every day and hit 8 dislikes, right? And I've gotten down to bottom out 3 of them. One of them has 2 accounts and does it, which is amazing. That means you switch between the account and come over. And I learned this through an app I got on my phone, which I ain't gonna mention because then everybody YouTube be using the motherfucker. Now I need y'all to be live and loud like you been doing so I can pin out who. Some of them will come and they'll do it and they'll leave. But there's 3 of them that come on consistent basis. And I don't know if it's the same 8 all the time because I ain't got time to run that app all the time. You gotta like, the way you do it is you gotta enter the name and then the shit comes up or whatever. And it can be like 2 or 3 people named that too. So, but it'll show any fucking what's the name associated with that email. And if you track that email, you can get people. I'm not stupid. I went to college for digital media, man. Stop playing with me. You know what I mean? So that's why I'm just like, yo. I just looked today. They don't give you any. I just looked it up. They don't give you anything for 1 million views. Motherfuckers, it's 100,000. My sis got her first plaque. What's your sister? Your sister a vlogger? All right. Yeah, that means somebody paying attention to me. God bless them. I love them. Shit. You got a lot of dedication. You come to my page every fucking video. Look on every video, y'all. Y'all will see 8 dislikes. And I'll be like, you ain't doing nothing to my video. So that's why I keep telling y'all, keep hitting those like buttons. Keep hitting those like buttons, please. If you haven't already, hit the like button. You know what I'm saying? That's how we took the 2 of them off. You know what I'm saying? Like, listen, man, I got damn near 7,000 subscribers. You think your 8 dislikes go bother some shit? I don't care. You know what I mean? And I got regulars that come here and it's always peaceful and ain't no arguing and ain't no baffling. Everybody here is mature. So, you know what I'm saying? Some people don't like being mature and they like to see destruction and shit. Yeah, it might be Toxic Diamond's big chunky ass too. I don't know. But and I ain't saying that against big women. I just talking about I don't like her. She look like Monique. And I never liked Monique. I know a lot of people got their different opinions of Monique. I just never. I think at one time Monique was kind of funny. But like in retrospect, I ain't never liked Monique's comedy. You know what I'm saying? I like Samoa. Samoa was funny to me. That routine she did on the Queens of Comedy, that is, till this day, that shit is still fun. I might even watch that later on. This has been chuckle. I didn't like the Kings of Comedy as much as I like the Queens of Comedy. Her, Miss Laura. Miss Laura's still out here. She was on Corey Holcomb's show not too long ago. You know what I'm saying? The Dale Givens, of course, y'all know she's still out here. You know what I'm saying? Thank you. Toxic Diamond counts as two people. Son of a fuck. It's like Monique as a person, but she's not funny to me. I like Monique as a person too. And you know what else fucked it up for me? Her role in Precious. That really disturbed me. I didn't like her role in Precious at all. It really disturbed me. It did. And I was like, especially the scene when she had sex with her daughter. I know it's a true story. And Harlem, y'all take the L for that shit. You know what I'm saying? It was a true story, but it was a bad story. You know what I'm saying? She know what I'm talking about, don't you? It was a bad story. I was like, ew. And then like the fucked up shit that happened at the end, I was like, damn, that's fucked up. You know what I mean? Like, so, God bless. Y'all know that shit was fucked up. Like, come on, y'all blaming me. That shit was disgusting. I was turned on by her and Precious too. See? I'm not the only person. That shit was disgusting. Like, right? I've never seen the end of the movie. I've never seen the end of the movie. I've never seen more than 2 episodes of Empire. At first, when I said, "Yo, okay, maybe this is just what they doing on this one episode," no, they followed it up on the next episode. I was like, "Oh, I'm out of here." Oh, I'm out of here. Y'all know what I'm talking about? That Corey McMuffin behavior. I don't want to watch that Corey McMuffin behavior. You know what I'm saying? As Corey Holcomb say, koi fish behavior. You know what I'm saying? You know, a koi fish I don't know, man. I ain't gonna go into that, but y'all know where I'm going. You know what I'm saying? Moist behavior. Little dribble and drabble behavior. You know what I'm saying? Oh, don't never watch that movie, freaking Precious. I wouldn't tell anybody to watch that shit. That's just disgusting. She say Precious. It's just the way she says it, and she says it. Monique says it with such ferocity that you actually, you know, think she might have done some shit like this before. Like, it's fucking disgusting. Look, throw up emojis. Exactly, guys. Like, it's fucking disgusting. Like, she says, Precious, come here and take care of Mom. I was like, oh, fuck out of here. That's disgusting. Ugh. I'll just, right then and there, I was like, oh, I'm good. I'm Gucci. Gabrielle Sotheby, which is a French last name. She lost some weight. Now I heard she got a little boyfriend or something she had for a couple years now. You know what I'm saying? I haven't seen her in what I do? I ain't say that. I'm trying to give her some props, ladies. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Gabrielle Sotheby. I think that's how you pronounce her name. That's one of those weird French names too. It's like everybody in France don't really have that name. It's like a made up last name. Like, imagine like a made-up ghetto name. Fontatisha. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's what that last name is, but it's French. Yo, on some real shit. What else have I seen her in that I did like? Oh, I'll tell you what I did see Gabrielle Sotheby in that I did like, and that was American Horror Story. And if you guys have never seen this, let me tell you something. I love this woman. She's like 62 years old, and I take her down. She played the mother in Black Panther. What's her name? Right on the tip of my tongue. She played in a lot of movies. What is the name of the woman that got the yams? She got yams too in the It's right on the tip of my tongue too. She played in Angela Bassett. There you go. Angela, motherfucker. Woo! That motherfucker right there, man. Her husband, because he looks kind of goofy, he must have like 12 foot of schlong or something. Because, I mean, she could probably pretty much have anybody. And she's got to like his company. And he's got to have like 12 inches of schlong or something. You know what I mean? He's like, Angela. Yes, lovey. It's that time. Buying that. I love me some Angela Bassett too, man. I do too. But Gabrielle Celebi is on like 2 of the seasons, I think, maybe possibly 3. But the one I particularly like is the one where Angela Bassett, when she plays a voodoo queen, and another one where she plays a vampire, with no other, believe it or not, than Lady Gaga. It's called The Hotel, that season. You know what I mean? And then there's another couple episodes that Gabrielle Celebi is in. I just forgot which one it was. But this one, she actually plays a role a little bit harder. And that other one that was an earlier season, she actually just kind of played a supporting role, if I want to say. So, but she still did a good job. So I ain't making fun of Gabrielle Celebi. You know what I'm saying? She lost some weight. I want to give her a shout out to that. You know what I'm saying? She came up and, you know, that's it. Divalicious, thank you. I seen that right there. Let me just tell everybody peace. Divalicious, Cocoa Butter, Divalicious, Dime Chick, thank you. Annette Foster, thank you. Cocoa Butter Barbie, always a pleasure. Who else in here? I'll make sure that brother got my what's name. If you guys need my email again, once again, it's FORMER, B as in boy, B as in boy, E as in everything, at yahoo.com. Y'all can hit me right there and ask your questions or whatever. Don't send me no funny shit, whatever. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to send back gun emojis. Who else is in here? Who else is in here? N1 Music, shout out to you, definitely. Chinaman, the Chrome, reality TV is overrated and Play Factory. Who else is in here? And that's it. And Patrice Gardner, of course. Always love her being here. And guys, if you want to donate anything like that, the what's the name is in the description box. Yo, Dime Chick stupid. Is that right? That's right there. No problem, N1 Music. Good to I hope to hear from you. Yo, Dime Chick, you funny with the gun emojis. And if you guys want to donate, it's $. It's $. I know. Thank you. I appreciate it. It's $, Cash App, $STRINGERBELL 80. Together, that's bad. Excuse me. I was going to say Bad Boy Stringer Bell. Together, that's Stringer Bell 80. Again, that's STRINGERBELL 80. $STRINGERBELL 80. I just had to say that, make sure everybody got it. If you didn't, it's in the description box. If anything I said here you'd like or whatever, please donate. I am a man on recovery for my life, literally. Follow my journey down below. Just hit my name, hit videos, and you'll see that. Like, subscribe, tell a friend, and please share these videos if you like any of them. Tell a friend, hey, check this guy out, or whatever. I love more and more people, especially positive people coming over here. So, like anything I'm saying, share with a friend, donate, all that good stuff, and I am out. I'll be with you guys later, though, I think, probably. All right, later.